3 years in the Premier League, and certainly over the last few months, the boy has become a man in darting terms. Adrian Lewis, Terry Jenkins, one of the best walk-ons in the sport, and who would have believed it when he changed his nickname and the bull became a reality. For his first tilt at the Premier League, he didn't like it, he wasn't very keen on it. Now synonymous with Terry Jenkins. That treble 20 bed has become synonymous with Adrian Lewis. First to 8, Baxter's already beaten King. Who's going to join him in the winner's circle?
Well, Premier League draws have become synonymous with Terry Jenkins as well, haven't they? 2 already this season, out of 2 matches, 13 in 42 Premier League games. Which means, quite simply, if you kept putting the same amount on every week on a draw in the matches involving Terry Jenkins, you'd be miles in front.
Yeah, the Pools panel would love him, wouldn't they?
140.
Yeah, last 2 weeks, Jenkins 7-5 down in both his matches, coming back within the last 2 legs. Well,
140.
So casual. I'm loving it. Over 7,000 here. They had to put extra seats, open extra parts of the Odyssey Arena, such as the demand for darts like that.
Lewis is still on a 3-dart out. There's still a chance on 96, not now. So Jenkins is
65.
opening salvo. The opening maximum of the match has given himself a chance of a breaker throw on 81.
Still a chance. Double 13 for Jenkins. Yeah, will that make a difference? He was in the flow, Terry Jenkins, and I'm just wondering there. I'm not sure, quite sure that he knew what he was doing. Well, Lewis does.
And has done it. Hit double top. Well, Jenkins, I think, assumed he was going to hit a single 12, which would have left the bull. He hit the treble, which left the double 13, and confused himself.
Well, no confusion about that. 180 in the last leg, 180 in this leg, and Lewis looking to reply.
Yeah, and that's a big surprise at the start of the match. 2 maximums for Terry Jenkins. Lewis has become the maximum man in the Premier League this season with 10 already in 24 legs. He hits them for fun. He's top of the maximum list. Oh, Terry Jenkins is spraying these everywhere.
66.
Great recovery with his last dart. Great recovery.
You know, Terry Jenkins enjoys each and every one of these Premier League weeks. He knows that next year he may not be here. He said that last year. He just loves to play darts, loves these big stages, the big crowds all around the UK. 2 draws
59.
so far for Jenkins. A win here for Lewis would put him level at the top with Taylor and King on 4 points.
Well, Terry Jenkins
57.
actually writes left-handed and throws darts right-handed. Jokingly, he says to give the other players a chance. And if you want to know how difficult that is, try throwing darts with your non-writing hand like that. That's his wrong hand, and he's throwing 180. He's a third of the match. 170 won't happen for Lewis, so Jenkins with a chance to hold throw with double 8, who's coming back for it.
98. Terry requires 16.
2 8s. Double 4 now. Pressure on this for Terry Jenkins. And that's a big dart. Lewis was waiting a possible 2-dart finish, so 1 apiece at the start of this match. Good standard already.
100.
Yeah, missed doubles with the Bulls bet noir last year in the Premier League, weren't they? He missed a lot of them, and it cost him points. It cost him qualification chance. He's missed some tonight already,
59.
but he's still on level terms. Stylish Terry Jenkins, 3 maximums already, and this is the style of Adrian Lewis. This should be in.
100.
Well, never a doubt, was it? 4 180s. We're already in the 3rd leg of the match. There's going to be a few more tonight,
100.
that's for sure. Whitlock and Barney to come, followed by Taylor and Wade. Look at that, 113, and the power to add for Adrian Lewis. Well, resisted the temptation.
171.
Fantastic, a 180 followed by a 171. And a possible 11 darter here. Look at that from Lewis. 116 he was averaging at one stage last week in his demolition of Barneveld.
Yeah, he did resist the temptation there, didn't he? It wouldn't have made much difference. He'd been on 41. It still would have been a 2-darter. Tops for Adrian Lewis.
30.
Well, he's got plenty of time. He could boil the kettle and have a cup of tea in this leg. Jenkins is so far behind, and he's not going to make much of a dent in it.
82. Adrian, you require 20.
2-1.
Third leg, Adrian Lewis.
All three legs so far
leg
going
Terry
with the throw,
Rover.
but Jenkins 101, Lewis 110 the average so far. They were all, I thought at least one of those was in. Unlucky there for Jenkins.
Lewis, the only man in the tournament currently averaging over 100 for the tournament. Mainly due to that blistering effort against Barneveld last week. 101.3 is tournament average at the moment. That's more than even Phil Taylor can muster. And we've got Taylor to come later against James Wade, remember, in the final match of the night.
Yeah, still waiting for Taylor to register a ton plus average in the 2010 Premier League. Came close last week in Bournemouth.
Terry Jenkins looking for a fourth maximum. There's those tournament averages we were talking about. Lewis over 100 for the tournament. Astonishing statistics, and that's the kind of form he was in at the World Championship until he ran into Phil Taylor.
47. Terry, you require 164.
Well, 164 already from Baxter tonight in his win over Mervyn King. Lewis beat Jenkins
41.
at the weekend in a Players' Championship tournament in Swindon. 6-4, won it with an 11 darter.
140.
It's pressure now. Jenkins here just to hold his throw. Tops.
80.
Well, how crucial will that be? Is this a pivotal moment in the match? 20 will leave him double top. To go 3-1 up. Well, it hit the barrel. I'm not sure it was on target anyway, but Jenkins will breathe again.
Now then. Double 10 it is. 2-2 it is.